Deep within the heart of the world, where time itself seems to slow, lies a realm untouched by man. An ancient forest, breathing in silent harmony. Sunlight filters through a dense canopy, painting the mossy floor in shifting patterns of light and shadow. The air hums with the gentle chorus of life, a symphony of buzzing insects and distant bird calls. For millennia, this sacred grove has known only peace, a delicate balance woven into every leaf and stone. But even in the most serene of places, peace is a fragile thing. Hidden from sight, a power far older than the trees themselves lies dormant, a guardian slumbering beneath layers of moss and earth, an immense, silent protector, waiting for a call that has not been heard in 1,000 years. Its roots run deep, intertwined with the very soul of this land, feeling every subtle vibration, every whisper on the wind. It dreams of an age of tranquility, unaware that the echoes of that long peace are about to be shattered. The first sign of change is almost imperceptible. A subtle shift in the light, as if a cloud has passed over a sun that still shines brightly. The shadows stretch and deepen, clinging to the forest floor like pools of ink. The vibrant symphony of the woods falters, replaced by an uneasy quiet. The birds fall silent. The insects cease their humming. It's a silence that is not peaceful, but heavy, expectant. Something is wrong. A single snapped twig lies on the path, too thick for any passing deer. Further in, a frantic scrambling in the undergrowth as unseen creatures flee from a presence they can already sense. The air grows cold, carrying a faint, unnatural scent on the breeze, a scent of something alien to this pure, green world. Deep within the grove, a tremor runs through the bark of the largest, most ancient tree. A flicker of unseen energy, a stirring in the heart of the wood. The slumbering giant feels the disturbance, a discordant note in the ancient song of the forest. The long sleep is coming to an end. The ground begins to hum, a low, resonant vibration that grows from a faint tremble into a steady, rhythmic pulse. It is the heartbeat of the earth itself, reawakening. Roots, thick as a man's waist, begin to shift and writhe beneath the soil, displacing centuries of accumulated earth. Cracks appear in the forest floor, releasing faint wisps of green, ethereal light. The air crackles with latent power. On the ancient, moss-covered form of the slumbering Treant, the bark begins to shift. A faint internal glow emanates from deep within, silhouetting the gnarled patterns of its wooden skin. Then, with a slow, inexorable finality, 2 points of light ignite in the darkness of its face. Eyes, ancient and burning with the collected energy of the forest, flicker open. They glow with a soft green luminescence, filled with the wisdom of ages. The sound is immense, a groan of stressed wood and shifting stone. Great fissures race across its body as it begins to pull itself free from the embrace of the earth, shedding the slumber of 1,000 years like a heavy cloak. The awakening has begun. With a sound that is both a groan of immense effort and a roar of defiance, the Treant rises. It is a colossus of living wood, bark, and vine, towering over the canopy, its form both terrifying and magnificent. Its movements are slow, deliberate, each step shaking the very foundations of the forest. It is not a creature of haste, but of immense, unstoppable power. It raises a great limb, not in anger, but in a gesture of pure command. The forest responds as if it were an extension of the Treant's own body. Massive roots, sharpened to a spear's point, burst from the ground, a defensive palisade against the unseen enemy. Thick, thorny vines uncoil from ancient trees, whipping through the air like living lassos, striking at the encroaching shadows. Branches as old as the forest itself sweep through the air, a physical manifestation of nature's fury. The Treant becomes a conduit for the raw, elemental power of the wild. Glowing moss flares across its body, forming a shimmering shield of life energy. It does not fight with rage, but with the focused, resolute will of a guardian protecting its home. This is nature's wrath, unleashed. The battle is swift and decisive. The unseen threat, whatever it was, cannot stand against the raw, unified power of the forest. The unnatural shadows recede, the chilling silence breaks, and the encroaching corruption is purged by the sheer force of life. We do not see the enemy fall. We only see the forest win. The lashing vines grow still, the erupting roots settle back into the earth, and the tempest of leaves and branches subsides. The treant stands tall and resolute amidst the calm, a silent, unmovable sentinel. The intense green glow in its eyes softens. The flaring energy across its bark fades back into the natural patterns of wood and moss. It has not returned to sleep, but has entered a new state, that of a watchful guardian. Its presence is now a known fact, a permanent part of the forest's landscape. A new chapter in the long history of this ancient place has been written. The balance has been tested, and through its protector, it has been restored. The age of slumber is over. The age of guardianship has been renewed. Peace returns to the ancient woods, but it is a different kind of peace than before. It is no longer the peace of blissful ignorance, but the peace of secured safety. The sunlight once again dapples the forest floor. The birds resume their song, and the air is clean and pure. Life, resilient and eternal, flows back into the spaces where shadow had tried to take hold. And there, standing amongst the tallest trees, a part of the forest yet distinct from it, is the treant. It is no longer hidden, no longer a secret. It stands as a visible promise, a living monument to the enduring strength of the natural world. Its presence is a reminder that in the wildest of places there are protectors, ancient and powerful, who will rise when needed to defend the sanctity of their home. The forest is safe, watched over by its eternal guardian. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the heart of the wild. If you were as captivated by the power of nature as we were, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more stories from the world's most magical and unseen corners. We appreciate your support more than you know. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.